Hello, I'm No More Worlds, and welcome back to Adam RPG. I still think I don't want to net the world on fire is the best pun I've made for this. I don't know what I'm going to name this video, but last time we collected some mushrooms, we got hammered on some strange tincture, and we're allowed to speak with the leader of this small community village, Fallout-style settlement. Before you stands an old man in an old and battered but clean jacket. He looks around 60, but hale and hearty from someone living in the wastes. It's possible his real age is closer to 70. His strict face is graced with a brush-like mustache. Okay, what do I want? I got this letter of recommendation from Katya, I think her name is, at the tavern. I'm looking for work, you see. Interesting, let me take a look. Comrade Kovalev quickly scans your note. You notice that he holds it very close to his eye. It seems like his vision isn't what it used to be. He looks like the commissioner from Police Academy. I'm dating myself. I'm older than my anime avatar looks. So Katya Radchenko believes you can be trusted. Maybe so. In any case, you made an impression. That is a recommendation enough for me. So how about that job? Yes, the job. The head cracks his knuckles and looks you over, finally coming to a conclusion. Maybe I do have a job for you, after all. You probably already heard about the bandit gang terrorizing the village. Each month they come to collect supplies from us. We don't surrender the goods, they rob and kill our people. We tried fighting them, but to no avail. But now, looking at your honest face, I've come up with a little plan. The head lowers his gaze again. It's hard for you to read him. He's either indecisive or just searching for the right words. You know what? Straight to business. The head praises you coldly. It's clear your attitude isn't something he's used to dealing with. For a moment, it seems like he's going to ask you to leave, but then the moment passes and he simply releases a loud sigh. The thing is, I believe there's a snitch living in our village. A traitor, a rat. I am sure about this. Someone made a pact with the bandits and keeps them informed of everything that goes on around here. But with that said, I can't imagine who the rat actually is, and the bastard himself knows me and the other villagers too well to get caught. When we hired mercenaries to protect us, the bandits somehow knew right away, and each time we make a little money on the trade, they show up for the slice. Someone is ratting us out. You're a new face in the region. It should be easy for you to earn the rat's trust. That doesn't really compute, but alright. Bring me the identity of this traitor. That is the job. Why am I coughing so much? Oh, I think I still have toxic poisoning from walking. I have to take care of that. Well, why do you trust me when I could be one of the bandits themselves? The head laughs mirthlessly and appears to shrink a bit. His true age becomes more apparent. You realize he must be much older than 60. Go tell it to you straight. The village is slowly dying. The droughts, the bandits, young people always leaving. And a few more years and we'll be wiped off the map. The old-timers will die off and the remaining fuel will simply scatter. Some might even join the bandits. I don't like my options, but it's probably our only hope now, our last chance to change things, fix it, not to recover what we've lost, but to at least buy our settlement a little more time. If the village must die, let it die honorably on its own, leaving warm memories in the hearts of the people. What's happening now, that's not even death, it's withering, it's rot. Yeah, that sounds good. It's very dramatic. Comrade Kovalev walks up to you. Do you agree or do you decline? Give it to me straight. Yeah, where do we start? Where do you start? Well, I'll start by telling you who I do not suspect. For one, I completely trust my fighting men, Jan and Petya, on the south and north gates respectively. They would not work for me otherwise. Trader Yashin may be a suspect. He's new in town and has a shady past, but he does so much for the village. He built his shop with his own money, he pays his taxes, and he suffers the bandits like everyone else. Dr. Mikoyan and old Semyon I trust like I would trust myself. We built this village together, you know. They are good people, time-tested and loyal. Comrade Grankin, the village superintendent, on the other hand, is a cowardly, shifty person. But no, he is too cowardly. He would never work for the bandits. It's much more profitable for him to keep his post in the village. Bandits would probably shoot him for laughs if he tried to talk to them. Katya and Vasya Radchenko, the owners of the tavern, have no reason to be snitches. They would never do something like that. And the others, I just don't know about the rest. Maybe you can give me some clues? I suspect the traitor is a man and not too old. A person that travels from time to time, but is known to be lazy. I hope he explains why he knows all that. Head wrinkles his nose. These criminal types, they abhor honest labor. Ah, okay. They think the low folk do work, while they themselves prance around like aristocrats. Yeah, well, I better start investigating. Alright. So we lost the note we gave to him, that's fine. We have our knife. I'm sick, I'm gonna be coughing a lot. This is where their money is. I stole some stuff from this village except here. I don't think they're gonna let me do that. It's also the middle of the day, so maybe we don't do that. Let's start with the trader. I think this is the trade, but I really wish I knew Russian. This probably says trader. Yes, okay. Welcome again. The prices are still fair and the wares are still good. What can I get you? Alright, let's ask some more questions. Tell me about yourself. There's nothing really to tell, but before moving to this village, I used to live in the big city of the south from here. You know it as that city I can't pronounce. It's a mighty big city, I can tell you that. A real capital, buzzing with people, full of life. Then I've decided to get some fresh air and moved here, so... There's a hint of regret in his voice. There's clearly something he's not telling you. How's business? Can't complain. Well, as you know, weapons are quick-selling commodities in these lands. They are essential. You could, of course, carry around a shiv of some sort, but would it really last you would it really last long for a vagabond like you? I'll tell you, as far as the nearest tavern where the peasants will bash your skull in with shovels, or the nearest ditch where the wild dogs will finish you off, this is a very dramatic culture. It's very dramatic. I'm not used to it. How does one avoid such a fate, you may be inclined to ask? By purchasing a quality firearm. And where might one purchase such a quality item, you might inquire? Why, right here, of course. Feel free to check my math on that one. Yeah, thanks for the advice. I think I've asked about life in the village before. Full of hopes and dreams. No, seriously, there's a great potential in this place. What it needs is a real workforce and proper building materials. There used to be a large metalworking plant and a coal refinery nearby. The area had real industry, but any progress was brought to a halt by local crime bosses. The villagers are now a different problem. Apathetic, though nice enough. They dig in the dirt all day long, but never stop to look at the stars. There's no commerce in their veins. Okay, that's good. Stuff I can steal, but... tried this before, I failed. I don't have the barter skill for it. I'd like to see your wares, just looking around. Nothing about a job, nothing about investigating him. There's someone nearby that will tell me about the little house down there. I remember that from the last time I played, but I don't remember who it was. But we can talk to the doctor. Again, this is the chef. You see a thin, slightly stooped but otherwise well-built middle-aged man. He's dressed in a dusty lab coat with sleeves rolled up and a gray cloth hat. Yes, you must be the local doctor. Bullseye, young lady. Dr. Mikoyan at your service, but you may call me Constantine. Yeah, Doc, I actually need some help. Well, what's wrong? Let me have a look at you. He checks your pulse, your blood pressure, even your pupils. Afterwards, he steps back and rubs his chin. He looks worried. I have a drug that might help. Open your mouth, please. Now stick out your tongue. Drink it all down. It's pre-war mixture. It helps many good people in its time. Doctor's wonderful pre-war mixture tastes like a blend of castor oil and whale fat. I don't know what that second one could possibly taste like. You barely stop yourself from vomiting on the floor, but after a few minutes you actually start to feel better. The job worked. Done and done. You're completely cured. Please come visit me again if you find yourself in a scrape. Thanks. Alright. I want to ask some questions. How's the job? Tell me about yourself. How's life? Tell me about yourself. I'm one of the original residents of this place. I've been here for years, ever since the collapse. That is a loud animal. Nothing else special about my biography, though, and thank God for that. Very concise. Can I ask you anything else? How's life? Young lady, I'm a doctor, not some bard, strumming my lute and caterwauling about the idyllic village green. All you need to know is that life here is pretty calm, or as calm as one can expect in this world. The commune tends to my needs, compensates me for my labor, and I don't have that many patients anymore. In the old days, there were floods of the sick and mutilated stumbling through my door. Doctor glances over a thick folder on his desk labeled death certificates. Right. Well, I'm off. Ooh, let's check my journal. Need to find the bandit rat. Now, he mentioned... kind of wish it reminded me, he was some superintendent for the village. I've already robbed these people. So I'm looking for a superintendent. I would also like to attempt to fix this, but I don't know how to do that. Can I hold down on it? Repair? Try to repair the engine, but to no avail. Alright. I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't think there's a dice roll each time. There just has to be a success chance. Are you the superintendent? No, you're not the superintendent. He said his men at the gates were perfectly fine. Before you stands a young man in pre-war soldier shirt. In his hands he is holding an assault rifle. From his shoulder hangs an old Army P-147 radio. Upon noticing you, he smiles widely and starts talking. Well, 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 we don't usually get such guests. How may I help you? What can I do for you? The young man looks around. You're alone, huh? Wow, are you lost? How can I help? Yeah, I'm not lost. I'm traveling, chatting with the populace. Do you have a free minute? The young man laughs and makes a gesture to one. It makes a gesture one would make to comb his hair with the palm of his hand. It looks awkward because he has a hat on. I'll gladly speak with you, milady. This is a good translation. I understand this man's character perfectly. What would you like to know? I'll answer as honestly as if I was being interrogated by Comrade Kovlev himself. Rumors? Man scratches at the back of his head. Rumors. Damn. I think I just forgot the best ones. Well, okay, I remembered a story about a passing merchant that told me. There was an old woman who lived in an abandoned gas station. She was known for keeping a mutated ant as a pet, and for having a clean room for rent, if you can believe it. Many merchants stayed at her place, but recently she was found dead. She died from hunger, all skin and bones. Even though there was a huge supply of food in the room with her, people also say that the body looked like it was worn by someone after her death. Like a damn sock puppet. Hell, that chills me to the bone. Yeah, it's pretty scary. I'd like to know more about you. The man takes off his army hat and gives you a smile. Peter. Petter. Yeah, it's Peter. You lost the E up here. Is my name? What's yours? My name is Zorana. That's what my name is. My name is Zorani Bausk. Oh, I can use any name. I can be the anti-proletarian. We'll give him my real name. He smiles with satisfaction. Well, I'm glad we met. Very glad indeed. Is Zorana right? That name suits you well. Nice to meet you. Change the subject. He's looking at me, so the young man smirks and his cheeks get a rosy tint. How else should I look? I've been standing here for all my conscious life, like a dog on a chain, and then a beautiful girl like you comes over. It's just so fresh and new. My eyes rest when I look upon you. And I feel like courting, you know? I feel like making your day, making you happy, making you laugh, like, well... Young man turns towards a small bush of morning glories and picks one tiny blue flower. Ta-da, a present for milady. Well, I should probably flirt with him. Given his, like, artistic representation, he's not bad looking, I guess. Yeah, thank you. That's really, sweet. Guy smiles at you, his face growing more and more flushed. I better leave. Do I have any other questions? I better leave. Oh, I got more, herbal mix. Okay, that's good. Where is that, inventory? Yeah, I still have poison. Make tea from it. Okay, so the doctor didn't cure my poison. It's actually quite annoying. You're the superintendent? Hello there, Sonny. You want to speak about something? Just getting to know the locals? Oh, locals. Well, here I am, a local through and through. Did they send you to help me out, Shunny? Not really. What do you want? Shame to ask, little lady. I have a little corn patch at the back of my house. I'd pick the corn myself, but I'm just too old. My back is killing me. Yeah, I can harvest it. Let's go ahead and harvest this. Why didn't this person help? 1, 2. I don't know how many corn they need. I'll take all the corn. This is all corn, yeah? What is this? Is this a shovel? Oh yeah, I can dig up graves. I'm gonna do that. Alright, here's your corn, weirdo. I harvested your corn, old man. Oh, a real worker. You really helped an old man out. Guy feels his pockets, looks his house over, and finally turns to you with despair. It's just that I don't have any money to pay you. What a shame. I was a hunter back beshore, you know, and I always had the money. But now, what a shame. Shame on you, old man. Acted like a true exploiter. It's okay, no harm done. Maybe you could look around some, old man. Every little bit helps. Oh, it's okay. The old man does not listen to you. Finally, a smile comes to his face and he slaps his forehead. What an old fool I was. I was a hunter, wasn't I? I'm gonna just say it normal. Said it myself and didn't get it. Wait here, little lady. The old man gets on his knees and starts searching around his rickety bed. Finally, he pulls out his old shotgun. With a smile, he hands it to you. Here, I don't really need it anymore. Just to scare away crows, I suppose, but you might find it useful, so here you go. Wow, thanks, it's what I needed. Take the gun out of the old man's hands, look it over with interest. It's an old hunting carbine. Is that a shotgun? Isn't a carbine a rifle? I'm not a gun person. On its wooden stock is an engraving, a heart pierced by an arrow. Interesting. Yeah, it is a rifle. Okay. Yeah, you should go to work. This man's crazy. Also has bizarre tan lines for a man who's not wearing a shirt. Or shoes. Bizarre. Where is the entrance to this house? It's over here. Nothing here. Are you the commission superintendent? Since a thin, middle-aged man with a bony complexion, he's wearing a camo shirt and old track pants. On his head sits a Panama hat. His sunburnt visage projects immense boredom and fatigue. I want your thoughts on the local bandits. The man shrugs his shoulders for no reason, looks down. Suddenly you feel like he's older than it appears. When he finally starts talking, his voice trembles. Those people are messed up. They are vampires. They suck the life from our village and the lands beyond. I despise them. But you know, while me and my wife were traveling, we saw such brutality that those local bandits seem innocent in comparison. He looks like a broken man, a quiet, sad former member of the intelligentsia. But somewhere inside this timid man, you sense a strong moral core. His morals are unshakable. You can't imagine he'd betray them to work with the bandits. What's new around the village? You're the newest thing around here, sir. Sorry, I meant comrade. It's hard to shake off the old habits of speech. Now, our Dr. Mikoyan never cared to lose the old speech. He clings to the past and to his principles. I can respect that. Alright, well, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna talk to you about the bandits. I'm gonna not talk to you about the bandits. Gonna not be crazy things about it. He's not gonna know because he hates everyone in this town. He's a newcomer. Nothing about the bandits, no. I can ask Katya. No, nothing about the bandits. I heard that this band, Atomic Love Gurus, went on tour around the Waste. Traveling salesman showed me a bootleg album of theirs. It was great. They sound like the Beatles combined with Boney M. Ah, those definitely are Soviet-known references. Sad that I'll never hear them live. Maybe you will. One more question, please. I just want to go. Are you the superintendent? Good day, may I ask you some questions? He's just guarding this, that's all, I better go. There was a weird guy somewhere in one of these houses. So wasn't the trading booth? You might get a cut in a second while I try to figure out the next step in this quest. I found this guy. I straight out admitted I'm working for the head to find a snitch. Oh really, what happens if you find the snitch? Well then, you're gonna rat him out, kill him, or would you try to discuss things with him? Maybe try to make a deal for your mutual benefit. I'm all for making agreements, especially if they're beneficial. Yeah, look, what if the one who's working for the bandits just left the village quietly, making no trouble for you or anyone else? Out of sight, out of mind, they say. Alright, this man probably did it, or he knows who did it. And when you decide you're done with all the bullshit, sleeping under rocks, stealing dog food and all that stuff, there will be a position available for you in their bandit camp. It's located not too far from here in the abandoned factory. Well, how do you like that kind of career opportunity? I like the directness of my character. Let's make this perfectly clear. You're the village snitch, right? Whoa, quiet down, man. Yes, that's me, although I resent being called a snitch. I'm more of an infiltrator, you know. Got sent here by my group. Anyway, my proposition is still open if you're interested. Stay here. I need to think about it for a while. Just think quick. I'm getting pretty nervous about Kovalev hunting me, so I won't stick around here long. If you see me leave the village, don't expect to find me here when you come back. I'll meet you at the abandoned factory. Sure, just don't leave yet. Yep, it's a good deal. So we're just gonna run over here. What are they just staring at? Bizarre. Alright, so we found the snitch. He outed himself. Wasn't even a very good investigator. Indeed, I found your snitch. It's Grishka, the young guy hanging around the village. Kovalev slaps his forehead, shocked. He looks angry, but also sheepish, like he just did something stupid. Of course, it was so obvious. The man dressed around here and there never works for the benefit of the village, and all the time he speaks in street jargon. I must be growing blind as well as old. Why, just a few years ago I would have spotted him right away. What now? I'm not going to be rude to him. Comrade Kovalev strokes his chin, probably pondering his next step. You calmly await his reply. Finally, having reached a decision, the head claps his hands. You must dispose of Grishka the snitch. This must be clear to me, but how? I don't want to create a panic. He must be disposed of quietly, unnoticed by anyone. I'm happy to help with the elimination. Interesting. I won't ask why, but that is good to hear. But what exactly do you propose? Taking him in broad daylight? No, no, no. That will never work. I don't want to create a panic. The snitch must be dealt with quietly. It must appear as if he simply decided to leave. Beyond the fence is an abandoned building. How about you lure him out there and silently, do the deed. A rotten thing to do by my standards, but sometimes a rotten thing is necessary, if it means saving our community from obliteration. I don't know how you will lure him out there, but I grant you total freedom in your methods. After the execution is carried out, return to me. I would like to speak to you more about our future cooperation. It will be done. I will lure the snitch into the abandoned house and, yeah, I'm gonna go stab this guy. I'm gonna quick save as well. Where the hell was he? Is it this building? Grishka, yeah, I remember him. He was always interested in hitting on women and saying he knocked up a bunch of girls. Which is an odd thing to say, but still. Before you stands as... Yeah, I understand. Alright. I'm a master of subterfuge here. Listen, you don't have anything against going over to that abandoned building over there, right? The snitch looks at you suspiciously, in the eyes of surroundings. To gain his trust, you need to trick him somehow. Why would I do that? So I'm bad at speechcraft, but I'm great at strength. The man looks around nervously and gulps loudly. It seems you succeeded in scaring him. Listen, comrade, let's go this way. Can you tell me what his talk is about at least? You'll know it when we get there. Now get moving before I take a shot at you myself. Fine, just keep away from me. Don't fret, talk to you later. Alright. I love threatening people. It makes me feel like a man when I push him around. I should probably figure out where that building is. I think it's off here to the left. Yeah, it was past this. This is the abandoned building. I could use tab to get back to myself, but that's fine. Yeah, I do. Just keep moving. Don't try to run for it. I mean, I could stab him out here and just dump him in this, like, toxic waste. I wish there was, like, a Black Widow perk, like there is in Fallout, in the Fallout series, where you can just have Chandler from Friends say bada bing, bada boom, nice gazongas or whatever. That was always a fun option for an assassination. Boop, 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 boop. This is to terrify him. This is my terrifying dance. Okay, let's talk, buddy. The man looks around sheepishly and cowers from any noise he overhears. Oh, what's going on? These are all terrible one-liners. I guess time to die, you filthy animal? What a bitch. Lure me here to kill me. We'll see about that. Yeah, we will. Miss. You missed again. You missed again, dude. Oh, yeah. It's knifing time. Is there a targeting system on this? Aimed? Is there a crotch shot? No. I stab him in the head, though. I can switch back to this, and it only takes 3 AP. There we go. Oh. Do we get to go again? Where do I want to stab him, then? Eyes. Gouge his eyes out. Ah, that's great. Guess we'll just end our turn. Is he not able to get up? Guess not. Alright, let's check his pockets. So he has a shiv, which is a worse version of what I have. He has dice, and a thief passport, and ace of spades playing card. Under the picture, someone has crudely stamped a single word. Crook. Alright, we're gonna take all of this. The passport might be useful. What is this? That's a door handle. I should have known. I remember there being a way to get down here. Is there an information I can do? See a bed. I think I need to be told about it, though. A little annoying, but that's fine. Oh, wait. Go back in the house. Is there something on the wall here? Yes. See a light under the bed. Maybe a hidden passage behind it. Oh, there we go. I want a quick save because I remember the last time this happened. Although I was far less adept at stabbing. There's gonna be some rats or something down here. Kinda thought there'd be rats down here. Electrical tape, we'll take that. What else we got? Bottles. Take a few of these. I don't think we're gonna need them. We could sell them, I guess. Oh, there is a safe right here. We'll have to pick. Oh my god. A toy machine gun. And if I find imaginary targets, it has 100 to 1,000 damage. We'll take all of that. And there's another object here. Rope, empty bottle, and nails. Take all of that. I swear I thought there were rats down here, but I guess not. There seems to be some sort of soldier. Quite the toy. You must be a nutcracker, right? But where's your sword? Interesting. Nutcracker requires this. Also, are there swords in this game? Because I want one. There you go. Unlock this. What do you mean I failed to open the lock? I have pickpocketing, don't I? Lock picking at 50. Oh, this must be a pretty tough lock. Is there anything else that might... Damn. So maybe there's a key. Can I give you a knife? Interesting. Okay, we'll have to come back to this. I'm sure there's something I can do. I don't want to, like, move his body. It's still very well within seeing from the village. Also, I have dice now if I want to play with that goat farmer outside the village. Save, we'll head into... That's not the right area, it's this one. Talk to the commissar, or comrade, whatever he is. Yeah, head of the comrade... Kovlev. I'm not going to remember anyone's name. It is done. The head presses his fingers together and nods. Without a word, he pulls a fistful of rubles from his pocket and hands them to you, never once looking you in the eyes. Here, 350 rubles. That's for the job. I thought I'd ask Petya, the lad at the North Gate, to do this. He's got a lot of fight in him. I wanted him to look into the traitor's eyes before killing him, just to understand what it's like. Maybe it's for the best, though, that you did it instead of him. Oh, I'm gonna keep the money. Thank you, the money is a great help. The head silently puts the money in your hand. You silently take it from him. So, now that the deed is done, how about taking on a little more work? As you can see, we are an honest people, and we reward honest work. I don't know if I'd call stabbing a man. I lured out to the old shack honest, but that's fair. A rare thing out in the wastes, I'd say. If you agree, the pay will be much better. Fine, the bandits had their... Oh, I didn't even read what I said. Scroll up? No. Fine, the bandits had their spy in our village. Now I want to have my spy in their camp. Since you've shown yourself to be a resourceful person, I'm offering a job to you. It will actually be easy for you, since you're new here. The bandits already know all of our villagers, but you could easily gain their trust and infiltrate their gang. We need one of our men to walk into the lion's den. What do I have to do? Just work for them. Do what they ask you to do. Act like one of them. Just keep me informed of their plans. If I know what those bandits are planning, I might be able to come up with a plan of my own. Yeah, sure, I'm not really worried. Great. Now we only need to figure out how to get you into the camp. Did you find anything interesting on the body of the traitor? This card. I heard that the bandits are creating their own official documents. I feel like this should have a drop-down menu or something, but it doesn't. Sounds like a terrible idea to me. But on the other hand, I still think like I did in the old life. Criminals now have much less fear than in the old days. Yes, that might be just what we need. Try showing this card at the bandits' camp. I know for a fact that you may approach without getting shot. Probably. And there is a strong possibility they will think you are one of their own. Sounds dicey, but I'll do it. Just remember, I expect to get paid handsomely for this, of course. Don't even worry about that. I've never gone undercover myself, but I understand how difficult it is. You'll be paid well, and the village will forever be grateful. Now let me mark the camp on the map for you. It's the old abandoned factory nearby, right? I've been told about it twice. You give your map to the head, and after some consideration, he carefully draws a cross on the spot of the bandit camp should be. After reviewing your map one more time, he hands it back to you. There, done. This is where the bastards live. Also, you might need a gun for the job. Check in with the armorer. He'll help you with that. Good luck. Who is the armorer? It's not him. Is it? I sent for a weapon. You heard about that, right? Sure, I've got something fine for you. You'll take a man's head clean off his shoulders. Sure to expand his counter after a few minutes, he emerges with a pistol. Thank you, bye. Good, I got a pistol I'm not going to use. Got an old hunting rifle as well. I don't think I have any ammo, so that's completely meaningless to me. I would love to sell some of this stuff. But I don't think I'm running out of space quite yet. I want to buy some medicine. What do you have for poison? Health. This is minus to strength. This is for addiction. Antidote for toxic. I have toxic? Is that what it is? Yeah, it's toxic. So this costs a lot of money. What else do you have for toxic? Nothing. Alright. Maybe I'll just take that antidote I have. I don't want to waste it. Ah, I hate this. I'm not going to use a gun. Guns are for, you know, cowards. We have a knife. I've leveled up once already. Not going to level up again. I'd like more dodge or more armor, but I think it's time for us to explore the world map. I think I have food as well. I think I can get to the... Actually, you know what I did want to do first is grave rob. There are graves out here. I saw them. There they are. So what we want to do is put this into our slot. I'm going to go ahead and open up some graves. Now this is a classic Fallout tradition, robbing the dead. They don't need it. Life is for the living. Compact cassette and wires. We're reaching our limit, but that's fine for now. Oh, there's a lot of graves, huh? Another rusty knife. Kind of wish I got the shovel first. Take it, just because I want to sell a bunch of this stuff. Who is buried with a knife and who is buried with a headscarf? Empty bottle. Okay, I don't know what these people... It's kind of hoping for something fun, like some armor, some drugs. Nails are fine, I guess. Purples, there we go. That's... Hopefully no one suspects me. I should probably figure out what the damage is on the shovel compared to the knife. There's a stun chance with this. It's 25%. It's 25% rather. 4 to 5 depending on aimed or unaimed. 5 dexterity and 35 in melee, which I more than make up for, so that's fine. The shiv is chance to ignore armor, which is not bad. So the shovel is better, but I get fewer points into it. I'm gonna switch the knife into slot 2. I'll beat people with a shovel, I think. We're a mighty, mighty man. So let's head to the world map now. Stop coughing. This is the world map, similar to classic Fallout. This is the factory we need to go to, and there might be some trouble on the way. Let's head over there. I don't really know how hunger works. I'm sorry, I took what? I'm gonna camp for a second. So poison does affect me in the overworld. That's really interesting. We have to take that antidote. It does seem to go down with time, though. So if I cook meat, I'm gonna roast meat. And I go ahead and eat this meat that I've roasted. It should be separated out from this, right? Why can't I see it with my eyes? I guess I did already eat it. That's fine. Make up some tea as well. Gives me culinary experience and heals me up a little bit. And now we should be able to leave again. If I can find the escape zone. Is there a button that just lets me do this? Because this is incredibly annoying. Alright, there we go. We should have, like, looked around for anything to pick up, but that's fine for now. We made our camp. We have our shovel. Onward we go to the bandit camp. So you take poison over time on the overworld map. That's makes sense. I was wondering what that poison did in the meantime. It's actually a hell of a lot of damage, too. But it does seem to go down with each tick of damage I take, so hopefully that's the last tick of poison damage. I don't want to use my antidote. Alright, we have to find where the bandit camp is. Probably over here. I'm sure there's a way I can sneak in, maybe on the side. Nope. No, this seems pretty locked down. Our schlubby looking dudes in here. Alright, we'll head back to where I came from. I don't think there's anything on the way, necessarily. So let's just head into the... What's this building? Do they have a power station? Can I just, like... lock up their power? Doors open. Before I do anything, I need to heal slightly. So why don't I... Don't really want to eat raw meat. That's toilet paper. Probably shouldn't eat that. Canned meat. This will increase my radiation. Reduce my hunger. Poison's ticked off, though, so that's fine. We're at 32 health. Oh, there's plenty of stuff to loot in here, though. Yeah, some wires. We have some wires. I'm gonna guess wires? Oh my god. Call me Nostradamus. Okay, and is there a way to go up? No, I think that's blocked off. Alright, let's head up to these horrible bandits who shouldn't be shooting me on sight. Before you stands a grim-faced fellow in a black, padded jacket. He adjusts his grip on his assault rifle and eyes you coldly. Hello, girl. So what brings you here? Probably should have saved. Remain silent. Oh, now you're gonna be all quiet? Don't get on my nerve, girlfriend. I'll shoot you without a second thought. I don't care that you're a woman. Tell me who you are and make it quick. I'm just a traveler. Oh, what a traveler you are. So, what are you looking for here anyways? Show the documents. Does this card tell you anything? After examining the card, the goon smirks and comes a few steps closer, relaxing the hold in his assault rifle. Well, I see you have the papers. This is getting interesting. Where'd you get them? In the city. The big old city. Yeah, where else? Right. These cards only come from those hacks in the big city. I don't respect them all that much, since our team isn't part of the underworld. Who are you, then? Us? We're the closest thing to a legitimate law enforcement in these parts. Our chief's already been talking with those people Chamber of Commerce, asking them to recognize us as their official Wasteland Strike Force. Soon we won't have to loot the homes of nearby peasants. We'll tax them all proper like. Heh. Not just any punk will be able to join our mighty crew. Oh, on the contrary, a girl with a criminal past is just what you need. The man looks at you with a smirk. Look at you getting all jumpy. I am laughing at you, but there's always a place for a kick-ass broad on our squad. Consider this an amnesty. So, how about that job? Go see Denis Denisovich, about it. He holds office in the little house behind me. Tell him Kosoy sent you, and maybe he'll give you some work. Thanks. Can I ask you something else? How are things, my dude? Scratches his head. Well, I'm standing here keeping guard over the camp. Good clean air in these parts, both day and night. Well, that's okay, I better go. So we got ourselves into the bandit camp, and I think this is a good place to call it. So, got into the bandit camp, we're a double agent, we have a shovel. These guys seem to be armed pretty heavily. That's fine, we don't need guns. We do need this man's leather armor though, so we might take his clothes. That's just how we roll in the wastelands. So I've been No More Worlds. Thanks for joining me, and tune in next time. Bye for now.